Man, the frame rate's still bad even though I got it full screen, so... The heck with this full screen mess. Off. Oh, sorry. Night in the Woods. I'm just gonna do some of the extra stuff because I don't want to play through the game again and try and see what happens if I pick an alternate route. Instead, let's do Longest Night. December of 2013, a few months after starting work on Night in the Woods and 3 weeks after our Kickstarter ended, we decided to release something small. We wanted to show that we were in fact making something. So many ideas, just the ideas after all, and we wanted to have something out there that we'd release. Sometimes you just need to complete something. The team had a little less than 2 weeks before all parties left to visit family for the holidays. Longest Night came out of that. Our first supplemental game, it ended up planting ideas that would grow into tall, weird idea trees later on in Night in the Woods. Watch me get interrupted while I'm playing this. Longest Night. Why aren't I cold? Fire. We have fire. We have reached that level as a civilization. Oh. I'm bored. Feels like we've been here forever. Oh, we should do the Longest Night constellation thing. Wow, really? I haven't done that since I was like 6. No one has done that since they were like 6. Well, I don't remember being 6. Really? Really? Yeah, I don't remember much before like 8.5. That's very specific. V is a synthetic life form created at age 8.5. 8.5. That makes so much sense. Beep boop B. 1101. Okay, whatever, I'm done. Can we just do this thing? None of us knows enough about the constellations to even do it, B. Yeah, B. I do. Since when? Since always. Now listen up, dummies. We're going to school. Space school. So what do? I can't see anything. We're pattern finders. Find some patterns. Corvin the Thief stole the diamond from every crown of Rubello, the fry-breathing Pope. Got arrowed to death like 200 feet from the palace. Wait, is this that constellation thing from like in the main game? So he didn't get to be a constellation for being a great thief then. He did not. Screw the diamond. Screw the man. Steal their diamonds. Ah yes, the revolutionary zeal of kids from the suburbs. Possum Springs isn't the suburbs. Yeah, you need a city to have suburbs. We're in the dead center of nowhere. It's like a 40-minute drive if you want to buy shoes. Oh god, I remember that feeling. Oh, at least I could buy shoes though. It's a 2-hour drive if you actually want to see a actual legitimate store with stuff. Also, I'm 21. I'm not a kid. I think you're younger than me. I'm 21 too. We both have full-time jobs. Well, closer to full-time as they can get. before they have to start giving us health insurance. Oh! I'll be 20 in like 4 months. Okay, fine. You're all very serious adults. Thank you. Yes, thank you. The broken snake, the first thing that talked. This story has always made me so annoyed. I was totally the kid in Sunday school who pitched a fit over this story. Oh my god, I remember that. You got sent out to adult church to sit with your parents. No punch and cookies for me. Oh man, dude, yeah, I actually hated church. That church for that. Because it actually came to a point where they were like, well, they did have the Sunday school, and it was like, separate your kids from the parents. And basically, like, it was like, oh, well, how old are you? I was like, well, I'm like 10 years, I was like, I'm 10 years old. Like, oh, well, you're too old. Get out. That's literally how it happened. It was like, you're 10 years old. Oh, like, I'm 10 years old. You're too old. Get out. And they kicked me out. I was like, wow. And honestly, the whole thing for, like, mom's bit and church, like, I never want to go to church again. Like, none of those kind of churches, because I hear weird things go on there. And I'm just like, you don't think, I'm like, Mom, like, you don't think any of this is weird? She's like, no. Like, this is God. Like, I'm like, no, it's not. Anyway. Wow, I certainly missed out on all that. Oh, dude, you didn't even. Rubella, Pope sometime in the 1400s. Crazy times. Oh god, I love this one. There were 2 rival popes, and Rubella won by opening his mouth and consuming them with fire. And then he ate them. What? Blah! I knew that one. That is amazing. I mean, historically, his extended family poisoned one and stabbed the other before throwing him in the canal, into a canal. But he did eat them. He did eat them, yes. That is... Oops, excuse me. That is the raddest thing I have ever heard. That is creepy. Chop, chop. Whoops! I ate you, now I'm the Pope. That's creepy, beyond all reason. Harmonium, the head of the singing orders of angels. This one. My mom always said I looked like this one. I can see it. I sure can. Leading so many cranky angels? Crouching hard? Across the sky? Okay. Moving on. Bundy, the world fish. Back then, they thought whales were fish. And you know, that world was on one. That the world was on one. Bundy is my sign. Oh God, of course it is. Hey, what does that mean? Well, if any of this meant anything, then it might mean something, but it doesn't, so it doesn't. What are you doing? Whale noises. Tolmetron. It rings at the end of the world. And Mundy shakes everything off her back. And I think it all catches fire too. It all made sense back then. Back when people were like wicked dumb. Yeah, I don't mean to sound like a jerk, but people were super dumb back then. It's all relative. And full of dumb people. Beautiful, dumb people. A fish. And just a fish. Pretty self-explanatory. Huh? Fun fact, fish is my sign. I think that means you're adaptable and smelly. I think that means you're a failure in all oh, I would not say that. Don't say that. Got one of those right, huh, Captain? Got a manly must think going on here. You smell like that stuff I got you. Finally. Ice Hawk. It has the picture of an ice hawk on it. I smell quite masculine. Like an ice hawk. I think you smell nice, Angus. Thanks. What's an ice hawk? Okay, what am I connecting here? Oh. Inverness, the inventor of music. Nice beat. Reminds me of Germ. Germ isn't even musical, like at all. Germ? Like Germ? Weird Germ? Yes? How do you know? I think May's getting sleepy. Quinona, executed by some king somewhere. Her head continued to speak against her murderers for years. That's pretty sweet. Oh, you think, right? But in the story, she's portrayed as annoying. Like, she was being a martyr. And literally being martyred. They eventually put her head in a trunk and threw it in a river. Jeez. I know, right? Supposedly, if you put your head underwater somewhere in some river in Italy, she'll tell you about her murder. They renamed it the River of Guilt. The Murder of Guilt. But not like the guilt of her murderers, or like she's giving you a guilt trip or something stupid. This constellation is garbage. Chop off my head and I'll bite yours off. Happy longest night, everyone. Moving on. Lucio. Oh yeah. What? Lucio the Fox. Scourge of the French countryside. Yeah, totally French. Totally a scourge. Why does he have a spear through it? The candle that burns twice as bright gets speared through the guts. Beautiful. You can see why this one is so popular. No, I can't. Marmondes, the little king. He was, a king who was little? I don't know anything about this one. Apparently, a little king was big news back then. I don't think he was even supposed to be all that small. Stop the presses. So, there's this king, right? But get this, he's slightly smaller than you'd expect. He wears small shoes. Let's immortalize him in the night sky. I'm kinda short. Mayborowski, constellation. Nah. Everyone who picked the constellations is dead now. Ivan, the first singer. Ever seen the opera based on this? No? Oh, it's brilliant. Like 21 hours long. Why would you go to a 21-hour opera? No, how would that work? Even with breaks in between. And like 100 years ago, when it was playing in Bright Harbor, the stage exploded during the part where Ivan crashes his balloon into the world worm. Sweet! Was anyone killed? Like, a lot of people. Oh. Listen, if you can't laugh at that, I have bad news about the rest of history. The Mice Writers, inventors of written language. Weren't there supposed to be thousands of them? Listen, there's only so much sky. The Mice Writers are my side. I think that means you're thousands of geniuses. Accurate. Oh, everything's spinning! Well, that's all 13 of them. Yay! Yeah, thanks, Angus. That was pretty great. You're a big old nerd, Captain. Yes. Yes, I am. You should be a professor. I like to think I filled that role at the video store. Well, I should probably get home. Wait. I just realized that I haven't hung out with you in years, B. What? Yeah, that's since like 7th grade. I remember I was there. You were a massive jerk. Why am I at the longest night bonfire with you? Because you just missed me so much. Wait, are we actually in space? But I'm warm and breathing. What am I sitting on? Tyrannosaurus pattern. What? Oh god, I haven't seen Greg and Angus for a year and a half. Regret and emptiness. I didn't go home for longest night. Laundry day. Apple juice tastes for when you threw up earlier. You have to call home. You don't want to call home. It's too late to take the bus. What made you think of me today? You don't want to take the bus. This is your new life. Is it still new after a year and a half? Underwear adjust. What the? Next year will be new again. Next year will be new again. Leg stretch. Oh, come on. This is getting stupid. Am I seriously? Well, Home's not going to call it so.